My name is Edward. I'm from Anchor Hills neighborhood, Habitat neighborhood. We started off this garden almost a year ago. We are very enthusiastic. It is our first year. It needs a lot of work before the soil can really produce some nice produce, but it is a nice group of people that we are working together with. Roughly 25 neighbors that are involved, and we have 3 teams working Saturday morning, Monday night and Wednesday night.
My name is Teresa, and I also live here in this community and have been enjoying coming up here and being part of this project and meeting and working with some nice people and giving back to the community. We just only hope that the word will get out and we'll be able to grow and make this project work, as we can help other people who need that food.
Welcome to this edition of Buncombe Life. Have you ever seen anything so gorgeous? Look at this. I wish I could say I picked this out of my garden. No. It came out of a place that we're just about to visit. Somewhere you could participate in. You can at least come out and see it, if nothing else. And you need to. So stay tuned for this edition of Buncombe Life while we visit Buncombe County's Community Organic Garden. Okay, we're out here in this beautiful morning, is it not, Lynn?
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful morning at the community garden. Did you know that Buncombe County had a community garden? I really bet a lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people don't know that, Kathy, and it's a great place to come spend some time.
It is. So that's why we're here today, to tell you about the community garden, why it's here, where it's at. And I'm here with Lynn Pegg. She's with Parks and Rec, Buncombe County, Parks, Greenways, and Recreation. Get your whole title out there.
There you go.
And we, like I said, are here. It is beautiful. I want the folks at home to come out and see this, but I also want you to tell us about it. So far, this is what I know about it. About 22 to 25 neighbors come out here. This is county property.
Exactly.
And you've planted what is just a beautiful garden, as you can see right now. Some of the folks are harvesting some stuff. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. How did this come about? Tell me about it.
Well, Buncombe County applied for a grant with Nourishing North Carolina, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and the North Carolina Recreation and Parks Association to start up a community garden. And in the county's master plan of the sports park out here in Inca, one of the things that we talked about was putting in a community garden, because we have this nice big open space.
Perfect, yeah.
In a nice neighborhood setting. So we got the grant, we got it started this April, and got a group of neighbors together several different times to meet and talk about what we wanted to do. And they have all been wonderful, just wonderful, getting everything going, getting everything planted. 10% of each harvest is donated to Manna Food Bank.
And that's what they're doing right now.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're gathering crops to take to Manna.
Okay. You said 10% of every harvest.
Right.
Okay.
About 10%. For people that work in the garden, they can take what they've tended, of course, because they're doing all the work, and then a portion of each harvest will be going to Manna.
Okay. And I know you say 10%, and I'm thinking about my garden at home. That would be 1 tomato.
Right.
It would not be a lot, but 125 heads of lettuce have already come out and gone.
Yes.
That's a lot.
That is a lot, and we hope to donate a whole lot more
to Manna Food Bank.
To Manna.
That's amazing. But the community garden is really for the community.
It is for the community, and it doesn't have to be just members of this particular community. Anybody in Buncombe County is welcome to come out here and be a part of this. We've got work groups that come out here and tend the garden on Monday and Wednesday evenings from about 5:30 to 7, and then on Saturday mornings early They've got a Facebook page, Sandhill Community Garden, so you can join them there.
Well, now, is it too late? Is it too
It
late
is
to
never too late.
Okay.
No, we're always looking for new members to join in and help work in the garden. We hope to have things planted year-round. Of course, it's summertime now, which is what most people see their gardens growing, but they're already planting crops for the fall and winter, and then again in the spring.
So it will be a year-round garden.
We're doing our best to make it year-round.
That is too cool. Now, some of the stuff they said that they've already planted is pumpkins and winter squash. That doesn't sound like summer stuff.
No, but it's still growing.
Yeah.
It'll be ready for the winter. I think you have to get pumpkins in pretty early. I'm not
How exciting.
real familiar, but yes, I'm looking forward to seeing some big orange pumpkins.
Oh, I know. That'll be cool. So it's not too late. If anybody wants, they can just contact you and we'll put that information up for you, and they can come out. Now, tell me a little bit, too, about the kind of the why of the garden.
Well, of course, you know, in North Carolina and across the United States, people are, you know, struggling to make ends meet. We're hoping that this will help people who may need produce to get fresh food in their home for their families. This will be a way where they can come and plant their food, grow it, then enjoy it at home on their table and help with sustainability of the community and eat fresh.
Eat fresh.
Yes.
I love the 10% to Manna, and we'll be visiting Manna a little later in the show. Talk to Jen out there about what they do with the food that they gather from here and from other community gardens. It's not just here.
Right, no, there's many across Buncombe County.
Yeah, I know. Now there's one on Merriman Avenue.
Right.
It's a big, pretty thing.
It is. It is. It's a Grace Covenant community garden, and they were actually very instrumental in helping us get our water irrigation in here, and we thank them for that.
Yeah, people need to see that when you come out to visit, and we'll tell you where this is, right next to the Inca Sports Park. It's easy to find. You need to see their irrigation system. I was quite impressed with that.
Yes, it's something else. It really is. Helps. Can turn it on and leave it for several hours and then come back and turn it off, and it's not like at your home where you're spraying for what seems forever.
That's right. And as it gets hot, that'll be really crucial to make this thing work.
Yes, yes.
That's right. Is there anything else people at home need to know about the garden?
We just hope, even if you don't have time to come work in the garden, please come out and see the garden. We're glad for anybody to come anytime, and we hope y'all will come and help us, though, and enjoy some fresh produce at your house.
That is too cool. I think it's a wonderful thing. It didn't cost the county anything. It was grant
No,
funds?
all grant funded. And we're still pursuing other grants to keep it running, keep it going.
Yeah, and as people at home can see when they come out, there's plenty of room out here.
Exactly. Yeah, we can expand, hopefully. The bigger, the better.
That's right. It's really, really pretty. You've got to come out. But don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Visit your local tailgate market and fall in love with the freshest, best tasting food around. Find your farmer at mountainmarkets.com.
The W&C Farmers Market is located on a 36-acre site overlooking the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains and Biltmore Estate. It is located in Asheville, North Carolina, which is within a 2-hour drive of a tremendous volume of horticultural products. There are 3 kinds of produce markets: wholesale, retail, and farmers. The W&C Farmers Market has a blend of all 3. We are located in the heart of the apple and tomato production areas and close to the South Carolina peach production area. You can find the whole alphabet of fruits and vegetables at the W&C Farmers Market. From apples to zucchini, as well as mountain crafts, jams and jellies, ornamental plants, flowers, baked goods, and honey. The market is a wonderful place to find farm fresh, fine ripened, and tree ripened produce at a reasonable price. W&C Farmers Market is conveniently located off Interstate 40 at exit 47 and off Interstate 26 at exit 33 in Asheville. Our address is 570 Brevard Road. Whether you are looking to stretch your food budget, entertaining friends, or family, please come out and visit the market and make it a regular part of your place to shop for fresh produce.
Are you going on a big trip out of the country? Already have your passport and your bags packed? Not so fast. Have you had your travel vaccinations yet? It's recommended to get your travel vaccines 4 to 6 weeks before you leave. There are 3 types of vaccines for travel: routine, recommended, and required. So be sure that your family gets the correct vaccine at the proper time before your trip. Visit www.wnc.cdc.gov/travel to learn more about health and safety tips when traveling out of the country. And enjoy your vacation. This message brought to you by the Buncombe County Department of Health. Visit buncombecounty.org/health or call 828-250-5000 to schedule your travel vaccination today.
That you saw picked at Buncombe County's community garden here to Manna Food Bank. 10%, they said, of that food picked over at that garden is being donated here to Manna. In just a few minutes, we're going to go inside. We're going to meet Jen Waite. She's going to show us what they do here at Manna, how the volunteers help, and how the food that's donated gets out to the people in the community that need it. So, sit back and relax, and let's follow the food. Okay, we've come inside the warehouse. As you can see behind us, I've been joined by Jen Waite. And Jen, you are the food sourcing manager. Like she just told me, the hunter-gatherer. She goes out and finds all this great stuff and puts it together here inside Manna Food Bank. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, like I told you just a few minutes ago, we have followed the food that you found at that beautiful garden here to Manna. You came out there the other day and got it. Okay, you brought it back here. What happened to it?
It got weighed into our inventory and then immediately distributed to partner agencies in need.
Okay, so, and we can show you some food that's out there now that people are picking up. So you're saying that partner agencies come here to Manna and pick stuff out that they think they can feed people.
That's right. So Manna serves 231 partner agencies in 16 counties of western North Carolina.
I think that'll be a surprise to some folks. It's not just Buncombe County.
No, it's not Buncombe.
16 counties?
16, although Buncombe is our biggest county.
Right.
We have 100 partner agencies in Buncombe County alone and distributed more than 3 million pounds of food in Buncombe last year, 10 million pounds overall. Yeah.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, now, and I wouldn't have known this if you hadn't told me a few minutes ago. What's a partner agency? What does that mean?
Right. They're groups, they're nonprofit groups, either church-affiliated nonprofits, places like church pantries, soup kitchens, emergency shelters, also daycare centers, any kind of nonprofit that serves clients in need can access food from us. So we're kind of like a wholesaler or supermarket for nonprofits.
Right, so if there was somebody out there that wondered, I wondered if all they have to do is call you.
Give us a call, we'd love to help supply food for folks that are distributing it.
Right. Now, so fresh food, and we saw some folks a while ago bringing in some fresh food right out of their garden, and I'm hoping my garden supplies enough just for my family. I'll be really happy. But if I have an excess, I can bring it here.
Please give us a call. You can bring it here, or we can match you up to the church that distributes food in your neighborhood, so we can help you make a good connection.
Oh, no, that's cool too. Now, what are these big big bunches of food all wrapped up here behind us.
These are orders going out. So we deliver to the 15 counties outside of Buncombe. We deliver to our partners in those territories. So these are all picked orders ready to ship out to the outlying counties.
And they can go online and say, okay, I need this, and I want this, and I want this, and y'all bring it to them.
That's right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's essentially what Manna does.
Yes.
This is a hub for that kind of food.
Right. We work with the food industry, so the large donors, the Ingalls, the Walmarts of the world, large packing houses, farmers, all the way to the community gardeners dropping off one bag of food. Bring it in on a large scale, sort it. Volunteers help us immensely sort, make sure everything's safe and accounted for, and then distribute it to people in need.
And it can even be stuff that needs to be refrigerated.
It can. We have freezers and coolers.
And there's a lot of stuff here.
There is.
But I know sometimes we hear that y'all run out. I mean, it's not like it's a never-ending, so you do need help.
There are seasonal needs. We need help year-round, definitely. So right now it's the summer, school kids are out of school, need some food. You know, normally they might be getting it at school, they're not getting it there. So needs kind of vary throughout the year, but there's a constant level of need.
So can individual people who need food come here, or this is for agencies?
Our primary purpose is for agencies. If a person's in need, if they call us, we can help find them a place to go near them.
Right.
And our purpose is to supply to agencies. The other way we help people directly is through our Manna Packs program, which distributes to school kids on Friday afternoons. So gives them a little boost through the weekend.
Oh, no, that is too cool.
Yeah.
And if somebody knows of a kid who needs that, does that go through the schools, or does that come through you?
Talk to the school guidance counselor.
Okay, okay. Now, this is a question that I understand the question, but it is a hard question. There's a lot of obesity around. Everybody knows that. Are there really hungry people?
Yeah.
That's a question. Let me just tell our folks at home, that's a question we got when we were advertising the Super Summer Meal Program. And that question came in on Twitter. It also came in on Facebook. It said, wait a minute, why are y'all doing this? There's so many obese people. Surely there's not any hunger.
Right. That's a question we get posed a lot. And what we find is that obesity is often a symptom of malnutrition or poor nutrition. If you put yourself in the shoes of a family on a limited budget, think about it. If you only have $40 that week to feed your family, are you going to go buy pints of blueberries and broccoli, or are you going to buy ramen noodles, spaghetti,
and hot dogs?
Right.
Yeah.
Things that'll stretch and fill tummies all week as best as you can. They may not be the most nutritious or nutrient rich, might be heavy in calories. So we find people making those choices because of limited budgets.
All the more important to get that garden food in here.
That's exactly right, and that's the food that you see coming from the community gardens is like gold to us. It's fresh picked. It gives us a few days, you know, where we can get it into the hands of people who need it. It's right out of the earth, full of vitamins. It's just beautiful stuff. So we really appreciate that garden.
They want it. Y'all have heard it
Bring
here.
it.
That's right. Please bring it. So how can individuals help? If they've got a garden, they can certainly donate. Can they volunteer?
We depend on volunteers like you wouldn't believe. Those Manna Packs, the backpacks for kids, each and every week have to be packed by volunteers. We count on volunteers to sort food, label food. Sometimes we get volunteers out in the garden, out in gleaning food from gardens, so we can put you to work.
So they just have to call.
Just give us a call.
Put that information up on the screen for you. I think it would be an exciting thing to do. I may have to come down here. This is very interesting. It's just so much of it. It's just so confusing. It's like, how do you know what goes where? But y'all do, because we've seen them do it this morning.
That's right.
What else do people need to know about Manna?
Like you mentioned, the backyard gardener, no amount is too small. We want to put that food to good use. We don't want to see food go wasted. Give us a call if you're in that position. If you want to help out, please do.
Okay, you heard it here. It's what you need to do. Stay tuned.
Visit your local tailgate market and fall in love with the freshest, best tasting food around. Find your farmer at mountainmarkets.com.
So glad you stayed with us, because if you've watched the whole show, you remember we started out at the community garden, Buncombe County's new community garden, which you can be a part of. Then we followed the food from the community garden to Manna Food Bank. We've continued to follow the food, and now I'm here with Barbara Bell, that's Loving Food Resources. You're a volunteer for Loving Food Resources. Okay. We're going to find out all about that. But I just think it's so cool how we started out at a garden, we went to food bank, and then from the food bank, you guys go to Manna.
Right, on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays, and get food. And I want to hear, so from that garden, we were telling the folks at home that even if they raise their own garden, if they want to donate food, they can certainly take it to Manna and donate it.
That's right.
But you have people who actually donate directly to you.
Right. In addition to the produce we get from Manna, we have our own raised bed garden. Kenilworth Presbyterian Church donates from their garden. Grace Presbyterian Church on Merriman donates from their garden.
We bragged about their garden because when we were out at our community garden, the folks at home that have been watching, it's just a beginner. It's beautiful, but it's a beginner. The Grace garden is gorgeous.
Oh, right, we know. I go by, I drive up Merriman and look at it in amazement.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. So y'all get food from there too.
And also individuals, particularly those in the Kenilworth neighborhood who have gardens and have extra, will bring that. And we also get food from produce from Mountain Food Products on Saturday.
Cool.
But the wonderful thing about the Manna produce is that on Wednesdays we do pre-packed boxes to outlying counties, anywhere from 10 to 18. And we like to be able to have produce for them over and above onions, potatoes, and apples. And so especially during the summertime, the community gardens and what you're bringing to Manna make a difference in our clients' lives.
They do. Now tell me about your clients. And that's the piece we wanted to make sure we put here at the end, is how it goes from garden and it does get to a person.
Right.
Tell me about the people you serve.
We serve persons living with HIV and AIDS and anyone in home hospice care by referral.
Okay. And that's where this food goes.
That's right. Both to the ones in outlying counties and to the clients that come on Saturdays between 11 and 2.
And that, you've got to have some stories of people that you've served.
Yes, we have wonderful stories. We have wonderful clients.
I bet you do. How many volunteers do you have here?
I would say we're up to about 150 now.
Wow, volunteers that come here and help you distribute the food.
Yeah, on different Saturdays.
So you just do that on Saturdays here?
On Tuesdays we go to Manna and bring the food back and the produce back, weigh the produce, put it in bins, refrigerate the produce that needs to be refrigerated, and do the pre-packed bags for the boxes on Wednesday. We have a team that comes in and finishes the shelving on Wednesday. And then we also have volunteers for special events and committees.
Right, and you are very organized, I have to say. This is pretty. It really is very pretty and organized.
LFR has been in existence, we're in our 22nd year.
Wow.
And so this has been a work in progress. We started out in the loft of the All Souls Episcopal Church, and in about a year and a half, I think they came to this pantry, and we had a third of the space we have now, and did pre-packed boxes. And the long-term goal was to get to the point that clients could come through and pick from the things on the shelves.
So the clients could actually come here and get their own food.
Right.
Okay, goodbye. Now, how do you decide if somebody can come here and get food or not?
They must be referred by an agency or a physician.
Gotcha.
Our hospice clients come from Care Partners Hospice, the Western North Carolina AIDS Project, the Western North Carolina Community Health Service, Asheville infectious disease, and some physicians who are treating persons living with HIV and AIDS.
Right. That is wonderful. I'm so glad those resources are there, and now the folks at home know how they got here.
And if someone comes on a Saturday, whether they qualify or not, we will give them an emergency box of food and a list of Mana's food pantries in the county.
That can help them.
That can help them. But we will give them a one-time box of emergency food.
I think that
we
is
don't want
wonderful.
anyone to go away hungry.
No. Now tell me, if somebody at home is listening and they say, you know, that I'd love to help them, how can they do that? Just get in touch with you? Or?
They can call me at 216-6952, or they can leave a message on our answering machine here in the office, 255-9282.
Okay.
We do not staff the office 5 days a week.
Right.
But we will get back to people as soon as we can.
Because you can always use volunteers.
That's right.
Wonderful. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Kathy.
We hope that this was interesting to you and that you know now that food from your garden can make it all the way into the hands of people who need it. Stay tuned. Wasn't Barbara wonderful? I hope you found the consistent theme through this entire show, volunteers. We were at the community garden, which I really want y'all to come out and see. Volunteers make that happen. We were at Manna, Jen said, volunteers make this happen. We come here to where the food actually touches the person, and it's volunteers. Again, 100% volunteers that get the food out. Buncombe County is an amazing place to live. We are so blessed with the food and the ability to get it to people. I hope you've enjoyed this segment, and as always, stay tuned next month for Buncombe Life.